we're going to give you some tips to help you with nightmares. So the first thing I want you to do is we're going to use our minds. And I want you to imagine, so you don't have to literally go get it, but imagine a container. And this container can be anything you want. It can be something that holds something heavy. It can be really small that you're just going to shove a lot of things into. The only stipulation is that it has to have a lid. It has to close. It can be a shoebox as long as the lid's still there. It can be a big safe. It can be a big Tupperware container. It can be, my husband used an army tight safe. So it can be anything you want, just whatever first came to mind. Once you have that container, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to imagine you sitting there holding that container or opening it so that way we can put some things into it. And I also want you to bring up some of those disturbing memories or feelings that you have before going to bed, whether it be a recent movie that you watched, a recent fight that you had, just that uneasy feeling, or potentially something that you saw. And I want you to not only bring up the pictures that come along with it, but also the feelings. A lot of times when I have disturbing memories or images, I feel very tight in my chest, I have butterflies in my stomach, so I want all of those to be brought up with it too. So once you've brought all of those images and memories and visual stimuli up, I want you to imagine putting it into that container. Now there's a few different ways that that can happen. You could just tell those things to go into the container. If you've seen Harry Potter, you can use his magic wand to have him magically put those things in the container. You could imagine your superhero or your mom or dad or somebody you trust bringing those memories and putting them into a container. But I really want them to all get in there. So I'm going to give us a few minutes to really put all of those disturbing memories into that container. So if you feel like your container's not big enough, you can get a second container. You can have 3 containers. I had somebody doing it with mason canning jars and they used 30 containers. And once you have it in there, lock it up tight and go and hide it somewhere. Hide it somewhere where you would be able to find it again. My hiding spot in my house is actually in the top of my closet. So I have an imagined closet in my brain and I go and put stuff in there that I need to contain or lock up so that way I can continue to function. The cool thing about a container is it's not burying it deep inside our bodies. We're just compartmentalizing, we're organizing it, and we're putting it away in our brain in a place where we can access it later. So say the next day at school you want to talk about the scary movie that you saw, you can bring out that container and you can talk about it. But right now, before going to bed, it's not the best time to have those memories there. So that's why we're trying to contain them. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to really close your eyes and use your brain power to put all of those feelings and memories into that container. All right. So now that you have done that, make sure that you put it somewhere safe.